Hello, welcome to today's video. How to use shapes in drawing. You may be thinking what she's talking about. Well, that's a technique I learned some time ago. Of course, I didn't master it, I'm still learning, but I found it very helpful, especially for beginners, to create something, to draw something, even from our imagination, how we can use shapes to create something. Let's start from small task. I would ask you to look around you and try to spot an object that you can see a shape in it. Can you do this? Have you found some shapes? That's great, but you may wonder how that works. Well, basically we need to know what are the shapes. We know that the shape is a form of an object or its external boundary or an outline. And what can be a shape? It can be circle, rectangle, triangle, ellipse, square, rhomb, cone, sphere, cylinder, cube, pyramid, prism, and so on and so forth. Then, let us learn how to use those shapes in drawing anything we want. We'll start from drawing a car. When you see a car, you see basically that it has some rectangles, some squares, and of course the wheels that are circles. So what I am trying to do is I'm kind of tracing the picture to get those shapes, how they relate to each other, what are the distances between them, what are the angles and everything. So what I am doing, I'm just basically breaking this, let's say, big shape of a car into smaller shapes that will help me to determine where to put what kind of line. And here is a time lapse how I use those my guidelines to just color my car, to create it in fact. And of course it's important to remember that these are guidelines and we can break them. Yeah, if we have another vision, we want to change something, we can just break those lines. They are just to help us, not to disturb us. So make wise use of those guidelines that you created. It may happen sometimes that you will see the shape, like here, it's a circle, and then we can just make an ellipse for this hole. But how can I create something that is, not regular, right? So again, we just make a big shape, right? It's general shape of something, but then we just break it to something smaller to help us to make those guidelines. For example, here I just used an ellipse for this half of an apple, but here I just make a triangle, and on the bottom part I also make another triangle, and in the middle I made a rhomb. So I'm just imagining what kind of shape I can put here to help myself to create something. And here is again a time lapse how I used my guidelines to create this half of an apple. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. In fact, I made it because of the challenge I am starting on June. It's the Shape the Item challenge. If you want to join, feel free to check my profile. I'd be happy to see you there. Thank you one more time. See you soon. Bye.